ruthless.
KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Reckless Thoughts. It's your boy KG. Listen, man, you're probably thinking, "Raw, chest mount, what's that all about?" Listen, heading to Disneyland, innit? Might as well go on a few rides and stuff. I'm out here, so might as well experience it. My daughter will be mad, but then I'm like, we're gonna get on rides that you couldn't get on anyway. So now it's just the perfect time. So yeah, gonna try and go on everything. But anyway, you lot don't care about that. Want to talk Man United? Talking Dan Ashworth, talking about, negotiations starting up again and trying to see if he's going to be the man to lead us to the promised land. And you know what, how much it's about the paying the fee, right? Between 15 to 20 million, 10 million rising. There's been all sorts of different numbers thrown about, but listen, whatever the number is, after that performance against Fulham, whatever the number is, pay it. Absolutely, we can't even waste any more time. It's like I'm looking at the squad that's been built by the manager, and this is where obviously THDL is all good and that, but we have to understand the squad that's been built up ain't a team that's gonna be competing the right way. Bringing on Anthony, who's probably Ten Hag's probably one of his most expensive signings, and he comes on at the last minute of a game. He's behind force, and just lets you know how far he's fallen in terms of reputation, in terms of being relied on by the manager. You can tell that there's probably void of all confidence and stuff, and you can see this is a team built by the manager. Some of the players were here before he got here, but you can tell the need for Dan Ashworth to get in there and start working, and he start immediately. He probably has to have a good look at because you can talk about these players and stuff, but when you're up close, you kind of get a real good vibe of what's going on. I look at players like Marcus Rashford. Now, for me, it's the conundrum because there's quality, but then where's the passion? Where's the desire? Where's that willingness? That that thing of, I'm gonna be the main guy here. You're talking about one of the highest paid players at Manchester United, but he doesn't play like that. He's almost languid. He's got the Berbatov style without the Berbatov talent. And it doesn't make sense because he's not even you wouldn't even put him in the archetype player of Berbatov at all. But I'm just saying, and it's just there's no kind of the work rate to do things, to compete and put your body about. At least with Berbatov, when he was moving slow, he would still be a physical presence. First touch, immaculate. He would where he didn't have certain gifts in terms of blessed with raw talent, space, and pace and stuff. He would match up for that with skill, control, and strength. I'm looking at Rashford now, and I don't know what he offers, honestly. And then let's not even Bruno. Bruno's played a lot of football. He's played a lot of football, but then I don't even think it's not good enough excuse that he's played enough football. I don't know if he's just having a bad season this season, because we haven't seen anything like this from him before. I'm kind of holding out in hope, but then I do know he needs to be dropped. He needs to be dropped, but then you look at the bench and you say, well, Ericsson, Dan Ashworth has to have a look and go to Carrington right now. He has to have a look. Even Omar, I hope they're sending him videos as well of what's going on at Carrington, because this is mental. Right now, the directors, the sporting directors, we never really had one of those, so this is key. Pay it up, get him in, no gardening leave, work starts now. Straight away, get your ass straight to Carrington, pause. But he has to. This is what it's taken now. Now, Man United, we just got to get it together. We have to get it together. We have to be a club that is almost feared again. And right now, we're fearful getting to fixtures. Nottingham Forest, that's a big game. FA Cup, huge. Season defining. This is a season defining week, which is the maddest thing. You're playing Nottingham Forest, and then you're playing Man City. Man City, we're just saying, listen, don't get embarrassed. And I'm kind of sick of it, going into big games and talking about embarrassment. That's the last thing a Man United fan should be doing, but we're going into each game and we're like, how bad is it going to be? Is it going to be 5? Is it going to be 6? Is it a sacrifice? You know what I mean? Phil Collins FC, bro. I think that's his... That's Elton John. Sacrifice or simples. Elton John. Are we going to be sacrificed, bro? Elton John FC, fam. Literally. And it's the fact of, it's painful, man. It's really painful, Rasmus, blood, getting back as soon as possible. I heard other links about midfielders that we'll be potentially looking at. Ross Barkley and that. You know what? good for me. It's good for me. I just want hard-working, talented players. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for hard-working, lower the wages, but players that are meant to be there, that give a shit. Players that are actually playing because, you know, not like the badge means something to them, but personal pride. Personal pride. Like, I'm still hungry for success. I've been left by the wayside, and now I want to rebuild my name in this football space. I want to see that. Honestly, like, Eriksen was a good buy, don't get me wrong, at the time. But even him now, like, we should have known that, well, and this is the thing when you talk about the manager. We bought Eriksen to almost, replace Fred or something? And it's like, why Eriksen was good but you couldn't make him be that player. You know, energetic. Like, there's a lot that Fred gave to the club. There's a lot that Fred done and gave to the club that, like, I overlooked it and stuff, but then in certain games now, you're like, oh my goodness, we're missing so much. Because Man United, man, I'm still frustrated. I am still frustrated when I think about things. I'm like, I'm annoyed, and we shouldn't be annoyed. We should be talking about top 4 charge, title charge, and we're nowhere near it. You know, we're nowhere near it. Just the green-eyed monster looking over at Liverpool, looking over at Arsenal, looking over at Man City, and being like, raw, why can't that be us? And it hasn't been us for 10 years. It literally hasn't been us for 10 years, and that's a real long time. That's a real long time we're meant to be dining with the elite. We're meant to be an elite club, and there's nothing elite about us, you know. And the first thing to make the team be elite recruitment. And then after that, you got to say, okay, well, we've got the good players in now. What's the excuses? Then you will have to look at the manager. I still believe that the manager with good players to his disposal, any manager can do well. It's scary. It's scary. The quotes from last time was scary. I don't know if it was just deflecting lies. I don't know what it was, but Ten Hag couldn't have looked at that performance and said, we were good. There's no way he could truly believe that. I honestly feel like maybe it's pressure, and pressure's making him say random things, but we've got to get our act together. We have to get our act together. The game to do something about things is this Nottingham Forest game. And it will be a good tester because they wanted it more than us. If those players are not ready for this game, I don't know what's going to make them ready. Then let's get rid of all of them. If they're not ready for this game, get rid of every single one of them. I'm hearing that Ahmad could potentially start. I'd like the sound of that. I think that's a good deal. I think that's smart to do. Ahmad starting for me is just the right move. You know, none of this, as much as I like forcing and stuff, is maybe it's just too soon. Give Ahmad a go, so then after all the people that have been saying Ahmad should start, they get their moment in the sun, innit? They get to see they can hit us with "I told you so," or we just see what it really is. It's just so frustrating, man. I saw a picture of Andres Pereira and the new Fulham striker, and I was just like, look at our lives, man. He's come off the pitch smiling, like, look, yeah, I've done this to them. You know, and it's like, I wish our players played like they had something to prove. I really wish that. You know how all these other guys come along, Elanga's going to be coming up with something to prove. When will our players put performance in? I've got something to prove. I'm a Man United star. I'm going to let you lot know you can be proud of me. I'm going to fight for this badge week in, week out. Anyway, man, don't know if I'm hoping for too much. Listen, stay blessed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be vlogging this whole thing, man. I've been vlogging so far, so I don't know how I'm going to drop it in as a mega vlog or bit by bit. It's coming soon anyway. Anyway, look after yourself. Stay blessed. See you soon. Peace.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at that.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky that.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that. Going on reckless, trust it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
I said drop a bomb, Dad.